Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody get some coffee. Calm down. But Hurricane Irma has arrived in Florida. South Floridarians woke up this morning, of course, to Hurricane Irma. This is a monster storm made landfall in the Florida Keys, downing trees, throwing street signs, tearing things down, debris, knocking out all the power to hundreds of thousands of residents throughout the entire state of Florida. And the National Hurricane Center said Irma is expected to remain extremely powerful as it heads north along the state's Gulf Coast. This is the scene in South Florida. Irma blasts the state with torrential rains and wind in Miami. Waves battered the seawall in Miami as Hurricane Irma arrived. CNN's Derek Van Dam, reporting over in Miami Beach, said the roaring winds felt like a jet engine. It just stings every time one of these gusts comes through. But wait, there's more. Anyone who didn't heed the evacuation orders here in Miami Beach is now time to bunker down. Matter of fact, it's time to take this storm very seriously, folks. Do not come back to the evacuation zones. It has just begun, and it's going to get much worse. Now, let me tell you something. Hurricane Irma, less than an hour ago, just made its second landfall, hitting this time Marco Islands, and is doing devastating winds. Absolutely incredible. But the airport there, Marco Islands and Naples, Florida, have reported wind gusts of 131 miles an hour. So it's an incredible storm hitting Marco Island and now hitting Naples and on its way right now to Fort Myers, where my sister and my niece live, and they're safe because they are nurses and they're actually working in the hospital during this storm. It makes sense that you couldn't probably be in a better place. Plus, they're so needed to be there in this emergency. So as that's going on, folks, now Stephen Bendanoon is way over on the other side of the state. He's up on the other, he's in Orlando. And get this, he just did a video not long ago in which the wind and the rain and is just whipping. And that's Orlando. And the hurricane is in Naples. I mean, do you understand how far away that is? It's the other coast. It's down in the southern west side, and he's in the central east side. What? Unbelievable magnitude. The size and scope of this thing is unprecedented, and we're just getting started tonight. It's going to be a long night in Florida, anticipating that 10 million people will lose power tonight. Think of this number. 10 million people will probably lose power in the state of Florida tonight. They estimate right now at about 600,000 people have lost power, but the number will climb. Also, trees, debris, roofs being tore off, things, and then there's a deadly storm surge coming. It's going to come right up. It's 15 feet high for Marcos Islands, for Naples, for Fort Myers, on up into St. Pete, and Tampa will probably get as much as 8 to 10 feet of storm surge. That means there'll be some extensive, massive flooding. Also, there's storm surge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and in Miami, Florida, and on up the coast there. Don't know how high that will get, but probably 4 or 5 feet. And tornadoes tearing loose everywhere, spinning off like I never seen anything like it. So it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a very long night, unpredictable night, chaos in the air as Hurricane Irma. Now remember also, Irma has already done devastating damage to Cuba, flooding the streets of Havana in a terrible situation. And there's no question, Barbuda and Antigua and the Bahamas and other islands along St. Martin and others have just been devastated by Hurricane Irma. And here comes Hurricane Jose going to do the same thing to the same Caribbean islands. Unbelievable. They're being battered by this second, and it's a category 4 as it roars ashore there. So anyway, we're praying for all the folks everywhere. We're praying for all of our online church members are throughout the entire state of Florida. We're praying for you. We're lifting you up in prayer. And so tonight, a special prayer for the Floridians tonight. A special prayer for you tonight on Sunday Night Live. We will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern right here on this YouTube channel. Also, new live stream, Roku satellite television, Blog Talk Radio, PaulBegleyProphecy.com, Periscope, and at my website, and of course this YouTube channel, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Don't miss it. The apocalypse is upon us.